From buzzing barbershops to sweaty gyms and hair and nail salons, Georgia is, at least partially, back in business.
I was really surprised when they said the barbershops were opening, but I was so excited because I look like a caveman.
Governor Brian Kemp allowing salons, gyms, barbershops, tattoo parlors, bowling alleys, and more to reopen today. It's not a choice shop owner Tony Roberts took lightly.
When I weighed the risk reward, we decided to go ahead and open and put our plans in place.
He has been getting calls since Monday, but only taking limited customers with new precautions. No waiting inside, the chairs spread out, and nobody is allowed in without a mask.
The thing that scares me is I'm just not sure if the new normal will be suitable for what we do.
Governor Kemp says his move is informed by data and public health recommendations, but the state has not met White House guidelines for 2 weeks of declining cases. President Trump says he strongly disagrees with Kemp.
I didn't like to see spas at this early stage. Spas, beauty parlors, tattoo parlors. No, I want them to open, and I want them to open as soon as possible. And I want the state to open. But I wasn't happy with Brian Kemp.
Neither were these protesters in Atlanta, all upset with Kemp's decision. One restaurant worker tells NBC's Sam Brock,
"We're not disposable just because, we're low-income people."
And this Savannah salon is staying closed.
Money will eventually show up, but if something happens to someone, we can't replace people.
But at this gym, owner Brian Wetzel has made changes to welcome his clients back, and they are thrilled.
There's actually less people in the gym right now than there would be at a grocery store.
More openings across the country, including in Alaska, where business owners are split.
There's a fear factor of reopening, but at some point in time, we have to try.
To think that we would be open before the 5th of May seems crazy.
And today in Oklahoma, the governor allowing all spas, salons, and pet grooming places to reopen.
What have you been telling customers when they walk through your doors?
You have to have a mask. There's no waiting. I want people to be able to come and get a good haircut, not leave with COVID.
In neighboring Texas, there is still a stay-at-home order. Salon owner Shelley Luther received a citation, but is staying open, saying she can't afford not to.
It is their personal choice as an American to come into the salon if they want to, and they have that right.
And restaurant owner Matt Rice is opening tonight despite receiving conflicting signals. Our Morgan Chesky is there.
Your mayor says you can open. The governor says you can't. Where does that put you?
Right in the middle.
What do you do?
I open. I think it's the right thing to do.
Tonight, Iowa's governor announcing as of Monday, elective surgeries can resume and farmers markets can reopen. Elsewhere, calls to lift lockdowns are growing louder, including people taking to the streets in Wisconsin. Though a new poll suggests many Americans are concerned about moving too fast. 80% say if restrictions were lifted tomorrow, they are unlikely to go to places that draw crowds. Back in Atlanta, Tony says he and his wife barely made it through the last 6 weeks.
If it had not been for her, my colleagues, it would have been really tough.
Back to business, but nowhere near business as usual. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Atlanta.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.